Hello, and we are very excited this evening to welcome Murray Gaylord, who is our Vice President of Marketing and Customer Insight with the New York Timescom. And just a little bio for you, Murray's our former Vice President of Brand Marketing for Yahoo, and was named Vice President of Marketing for the New York Timescom in January of 2007, so he's been there for over a year now. And he oversees marketing, customer service, research, and web analytics. And he is the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of the Advertising Council, and has also been a part of memorable public service campaigns that you've probably heard of, such as Smokey Bear, Friends Don't Let Friends Drive Drunk, as well as A Mind is a Terrible Thing to Waste. And
Murray, thanks for joining us on the show tonight.
Glad to be here.
Quite a list of accolades and quite a bio. Tell us a little bit about what you do at NewYorkTimes.com.
We really want people to understand that it's not the New York Times newspaper, it's much more that we have on site, and that's really the focus of what we're trying to do in all of our communications.
It's just to show people that with the digital medium you have so much more to offer.
There's considerably more, tons more content on the site than there is obviously in the daily newspaper. So we've got slideshows, multimedia, there's quite a bit of original video, and then breaking news all the time, because now with the web, what it allows you to do is if there's a story, it goes right up.
So in your area specifically, what kind of goes into the marketing customer insight? As I imagine you work at trying to figure out what the customers are doing, how they're using the website, how to make it more accessible, more useful for them?
Right. My role at the Times is yes, marketing for nytimes.com, but we also have integrated all of our research within the company into a customer insights group. And what that does is allow us to really look at the behavior, look at how people are interacting with the site, but it also really helps us get some insights that we can then translate into some important marketing programs. And that's the whole focus. So we use search marketing. We use, we obviously advertise in both on our site with house ads as well as in the New York Times paper, but we also do considerably a lot on other websites around that are news and information, where those people want to come to.
Now, the New York Times being the really worldwide resource that it's regarded as, I mentioned there's a lot of, you probably advertise with a lot of different media outlets. Is that?
Well, we tend to do our advertising in the United States, but of course, being in the web, you're going to get all the
That's
global
true.
audience.
It is. It's always worldwide.
About 17% of our overall traffic is coming from outside the United States.
Wow.
And we have now, just the latest Nielsen numbers showed we've got over 21 million unique visitors in May. So
wow.
It's the #1 newspaper site, and interestingly, the New York Times Company is the 10th largest internet company in the United States.
Oh my God!
Because we own a number of properties, the Boston Globe, About.com, which is a very robust site, and even own part of the Boston Red Sox. Most people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
I see that you're in charge of sort of monitoring the analytics behind the website. What are some of the unique things that go into measuring those for a newspaper?
Well, we have a web analytic group that's in my group, and those people are looking at unique visitors. They're looking at page views, post-page views, meaning how many pages are you going deep. Mm-hmm. We're looking at all the demographics, of course. We have a very influential audience, and we want to know what they're doing and where they're going. So there's a very strong commitment to using the web analytics to help us market better, but also know more about our customers and what they're doing online.
What are some of the things that you get involved in throughout the year as the chair for the American Advertising Federation?
With AAF?
Yeah.
Well, as chairman, I really am looking over all the programs, and I've set 3 goals for my tenure. I'm chairman for 2 years. I'm just finishing up the first year, and then I'll start for 1 more year. And I set 3 goals for AAF. One is, when we did some research last year, we found a couple of things that we thought were really worth pursuing. One, a lot of the people, not a lot, most of the people who filled out the research results said they really want to have some education to understand the extraordinary changes that we're seeing in media today and the transformation of consumer behavior and obviously digital. People want to understand it, they don't know it. So one of the things, my first goal is to set up what we're calling the AAF Knowledge Center, which will be a web-based educational program for all AAF members to be able to look at they'll be archived, and they look at these education pods on an ongoing basis whenever they want. So
that's great.
The first goal. The second
and it'll be available for all members.
We just did a pilot last week. Very good results. We'll really start to blow it out probably later in the fall and then into next year.
Well, that's excellent.
We're working with the academic committee of AAF. Several people are volunteering to figure out what's the best program. So that's one goal. The second goal is that a lot of people don't know all of the benefits of the AAF and all the breadth and depth of it about even Ad2. So what we want to be able to do is really get a better communications program and let people know that they can get discounts to the New York Times, but also Adweek and Ad Age and FedEx and even web hosting. So those kinds of things, and we need a communication program, and we'll be, looking at branding AAF a little differently. And then the third one was really the Addies, which is just an extraordinary show.
Absolutely.
Is not as well known and respected as in terms of how good it is in the industry, particularly in the creative community. So what we're trying to do is take a look at the entire Addie program and what can we do, if anything, to raise that, make it more prestigious, give it a cachet. And that's a major initiative that we're working on, and it won't happen probably at least for a year if we change anything at all. But we're doing a deep dive, and in terms of the venue, the judging, the whole. The show itself.
Sure.
So
that's very exciting. I think that I fully agree with that. It's the the Addies are, as we've said, it's the biggest advertising competition in the United States, and I don't think it's nearly as highly regarded as it should be.
And the research shows exactly that.
Exactly.
That, we are the one show that is inclusive to everyone, can come up with great ideas around the country, and we've got to let people know that.
Absolutely.
The show is got great work. It's a hard show. 50,000 entries.
Oh yeah.
To get
it's no small task.
This is really something.
Murray, before you go, we want to just ask you, a lot of our audience is the emerging advertising professionals, and obviously to achieve what you have in your career takes a considerable amount of skill and wise choices and things of that nature. And if there's just one thing that you could tell the emerging advertising professional out there, one piece of advice that you could offer, what do you think that might be?
That's an easy question. It's all about ideas and great ideas, and it's not about the technology, it's not about flash, it's not about doing a TV commercial. It's the ability to come up with great ideas, and great ideas come from insight into the customer and the consumer. So you've got to dig deep and understand what's driving your target audience, and then use that insight to come up with a great idea. And if you focus on that, then you're going to win. So.
It's an excellent message. You heard it from Murray Gaylord. Ideas, great ideas, and I fully agree with that.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate
Thanks for coming on the show tonight.